Jason Parker here live. So Saturday the 23rd of March 2002, me, Sean, Julie, we drove to Lockhart, Texas. So Sean's dad had seen this special on like these badass barbecue places in Texas, and this is 2002. This is before this whole foodie culture thing like blew up and everybody was all into it. But Black's Barbecue, oldest family-run barbecue place in the state. 1932 it opened in Lockhart. So we drove to Lockhart, and actually there was another place called Kurtz's Market, I think, and that actually was place is supposed to be a little better. But yeah, we drove through this little town. It was funny because like, the last couple of years people have really been getting on those like the Confederate kind of like monuments and stuff, and in the middle of the city there was like the courthouse and there was like a Confederate monument, which I never like coming from Alaska, and like most of my lower 48 experience was in California. It just kind of blew my mind that this was here. But the town was really pretty, lots of really great houses. I wouldn't describe them as craftsmen, but they were something, or Victorian, but like something like that. But yeah, so we went and we got some brisket and some ribs and some sausages, and it was pretty tasty. It was definitely like, it was a dirty little place that you could tell had been around since 1932, but I remember I wrote down on my notes that it was the best, but who knows if it was really the best. I don't really remember much, but that Texas brisket is always pretty good. So yeah, that was pretty cool, and we eventually we left Lockhart, and then we drove. Julie had to fly out the next morning back to Seattle, so we drove up to Dallas, Fort Worth area. And I remember like we're looking through Dallas to find like a hotel room, and finally I was like, Sean, I was like, just stop at this hotel. And this hotel, they gave me so much shit about this for like that night because the hotel was garbage, like just this garbage hotel. It had one TV channel, and I remember the only thing that was playing was like The Practice, and it's like anybody who was like anybody who stayed up like late nights in like the early 2000s, like at a certain point you just got stuck watching The Practice, and it was always like bad times when it was only The Practice on, and that was a big show, and it was horrible, really bad court show. But yeah, that was it. That was Saturday the 23rd, and then I think we got up early the next morning and dropped Julie off, but that's another day, another story, so tune in tomorrow for that.